I don't know if this word Kanban means anything to you, but it's usually used in project management and manufacturing processes. And the idea, I think it means noteboard in Japanese. I think that's what this means. And the idea is that you have a board, like a whiteboard or something, and you have, you know, grids and whatnot marked out on it. And ideally over here, what you have is a big list of things that you need to do, and you move things along as they're processed. And, you know, these bins or columns or however you want to call them, they're not hard and fast titles, but in an ideal, you know, this is your backlog, things that haven't been done yet. These are the things that are in process. This is stuff that's perhaps done and just needs to be finally checked. And then here is when everything's like fully done, checked and released. So you have a process, and the idea is that it goes sort of like in that direction from left to right. I quite often make lists and lists and lists of the videos I want to make on YouTube for this channel, and I do two or three different types of things I do on this channel, and I have a mountain bike channel, and again on there I kind of struggle a little bit about the sort of things I do, and really what I should be doing is doing reviews of all my little fancy sort of like mountain bike tools and everything. But that's by the by. This is about a Kanban system and notebooks. So the way that these normally work is you'll have a big whiteboard, and you'll have like magnets, or you'll have little post-it notes, and you just move them along. It's quite a big visual system, and it's really good because you can kind of see them at a glance and whatever. So it's maybe, I've written here, not suited to paper. It's really for a whiteboard. But I had this kind of idea, and I started sketching out what columns would I use for doing a YouTube system. You know, ideas, filmed, editing, done, then kind of wait, and then maybe review after a month or something. You know, this is like implying some kind of time. So, you know, I had a few little ideas of perhaps what I needed to do, because after you've done the review, you might want to tweak it, you know, like the thumbnail or the title or some text or something. So I thought this would be interesting, but of course what it means is that if I write a list over here, I need to move it along, and if I'm going to move it along, all I can do is like tick it and cross it out or whatever and just move it. Or I'll come up with ideas where perhaps I could like do a timeline kind of system, so I can color them in, so I can see this is just a shortened version of it. So, you know, filmed, edit, uploaded kind of thing. And, you know, I could do it just in colors. I could tick the columns when they're done. I could shade them. I could put dates in to show when they were completed. I'm not sure that's so relevant, but it might show me how long something's been sitting and not moving on. But, you know, this is a hobby. This is not business. It's not that important. And I kind of thought maybe this is the right way to do it, because I like the color coding, and then I can put dates in if I want to. So this is my idea for sort of tracking stuff on YouTube. But I realized what was happening was I write this list, and then I might decide that actually I don't want to do that idea, or I don't want to do that one. This one's not for me. And then I've got this really scruffy list that has got half ideas and whatever. So I thought what I could do is maybe use the Kanban idea in a notepad. That way I can make my list of videos, and I can move them through the pages. And if you haven't noticed what these are these little sticky like post-it pads, post-it notes. So I can't remember where these come from, but you can buy these for pennies on Amazon and stuff, really. So I figured I could come up with a color coordinating system for whatever, you know, mountain bike videos, notebook videos, productivity videos, whatever, or just literally just video lists. And I can put them in here. And that way, if I decided that idea number 4 here was something I never actually wanted to make, I could just rip it out and I'd never have to see it again. So I think this is quite an interesting idea. That way, at a glance, I can see which ones I've got left to do, which ones I've done and uploaded. Obviously, I try to keep it a bit neater, and ideally I'd have a bigger list than this, but I quite like this idea. So I'm thinking of starting a specific notepad just for tracking my little YouTube projects, and I'm thinking of using this kind of Kanban system in a notepad. And yes, I know I could do something like this online. I've experimented with Trello and other kind of tracking systems online, and they look great, but I like my notepads, and it just means if this is my YouTube notepad, I've got maybe, you know, 4 or 6 stages for my YouTube videos. I'll probably keep it to a simple 4, and maybe have double pages for each of these. I don't know, we'll see. But if I just kept it to that, and then the rest of it was for notes, and you know, as you can see here, I've put some notes for ideas of how to do shot sequences and things. I think actually having it on my person at all times would be great. And you know, I can tuck some of these in the back. Just let me know what you think about this Kanban idea for notebooks. I think it's quite neat. I think it might work for me.